looks so good. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are going to be jumping back into one of our customer builds. We have this absolutely beautiful 2,000 horsepower Hustler Racing Engines LS. This thing's based off an LSX and obviously twin turbo. This thing's pushing can do about 2,500 horsepower. With these turbos can do about 2. But we have our Hoodrat Hustler manifolds built and made already, but today is the day that we actually get some charge piping finished up. So we're gonna go ahead and get all of our nice new material from JMD Tubes. This will not be the final finished surface on this. This is just how they come raw. I'll get those all polished up with some Scotch-Brite as we're doing the process. But we're gonna go ahead and start fitting everything to these flanges for these tri-clamps for Motion Raceworks. Fit them down, put a single wastegate on them, get them all tied up so that way this can get sent back out, and put in a nice, awesome sand car. All right, let's get after it. First things first, we're gonna start off on the throttle body side. We're gonna have to transition down from a 3" inlet to a 2.5, or in the opposite order, 2.5 to 3". So we have the little transition cones, and looking like we should be able to get away with a 90. So we'll just get this thing cut at a 90, get this tacked on to the actual flange, and then I can work from there, add the transition, cut that down, bring it down to the 2.5 inch, and then obviously we're gonna bead roll the end of these 2.5 inch tubes so that way the clamps themselves will hold onto the tube and not cause any of this to blow out when it's under boost, because these motors push a lot of boost through, which is insane to me, but I love it. So let's go ahead and get to cutting. Normally, I would draw all this charge piping in CAD itself, so that everything's perfect, everything's there. But with this exact motor having a different high ram intake compared to Hustler's normal kind of lower ram, this was a specific build. We're gonna go ahead and just hand fit it all, so that way everything's gonna be equal. So I can start at one side, because I know the turbos are in the exact same spot mirror, because that's how the manifolds themselves were actually designed when I did them all in CAD. And these are also constantly going to be made, these manifolds themselves. So we're kind of developing in something that's a package built, so we've been working together on that. And this is kind of the first one just to get done on the actual charge pipe side. So drill, kind of a lot of the process that I do is start off with eyeballing and see where I can get everything going, because I'm going to try to get away with a 90 to try to keep the best of the look, and whatever I make cut-wise on one tube, I'm going to match with the other side. Because again, the turbos are in the exact location here. So go ahead and get this thing marked up and get on the bandsaw, start cutting. Start with a 90. Go from there. If I have to massage a few degrees, can't work with that, but that's what's nice about having U-bends over actual 90 degrees or 45 or whichever. I try to just keep everything I do using just U-bends, and just makes it a lot more streamlined, makes it cheaper on the tail end, because you don't need to buy a lot more tubing. You can buy one, and you can get a 45 out here, a 15 degree out here, a 90 degree, 130 degree, all out of one piece, rather than buying all those different separate pieces. It can be cleaner going that way, it just costs more. And in the end, I know we're working with a lot of high-end stuff, but it's still nice to pass some savings down any way we can. So let's get to it, let's start cutting. All right, got the first piece just kind of mocked up here. Just a couple tacks holding it on, but that way now I can figure out where we're gonna go on this. I've already marked this. No point just constantly filming myself do all the work. But this is kind of where I'm thinking I'm gonna get it at least to the height first, and then I'll figure out which angle to go with on the U-bend itself. And then we can get the transition cone put in like that. I'll go there, and then we'll find a place on one of these tubes for the wastegate as well, and then get it all welded up. But coming together. We got all of our parts cut pretty much. This does need to get trimmed down a little bit for the transition piece. Just a couple inches, but this is kind of bases on it. What we're gonna do first is get all these kind of fit, tacked up, bead roll the edge of this first before I even weld anything. Get everything tacked up, and then I'm gonna make sure everything fits on the other side, because I already have the other raw pieces marked to match all these. And then, since again, these are perfectly equal where they should be in the car as well as from cab, all that kind of stuff. But now it just makes streamlining of hand fitting parts now a lot easier since we all started in cab to begin with. So we're gonna go ahead and get these, the rest of these kind of fit up, tacked up, fit to the other side, and then go about making the rest of them. Should go nice and easy, quick and smooth, and then polish this up a little bit of Scotch-Brite, get it fully welded, put it back on, figure out where the wastegate's gonna go, or I might put that actually on before I final weld. Definitely a necessity to bead roll the soft side that's going on the silicone. The main reason to put the bead right on the edge of this, so that way it can actually hold the boot on, to which at the moment I need to adjust this because it's too low. But anyways, that's essentially the whole point of that. We'll get this one put on, get it fit back in, get it tacked together, and then we will check both sides, make sure it fits, and then we'll be good to go. Just like that. These are really easy to get a hold of. They're on Amazon, anywhere from real cheap to expensive. I would suggest buying a little bit more of an expensive one just because it's better quality. This one is a cheap Amazon one. They do work, but they do give you a headache. So just to keep in mind, sometimes it's better to buy once and cry once. I got these all fit up. With these whatever you want to call them, clamps, the tri-clamp deal, it's always good to kind of just fit everything as if it's everything under full boost. I try to keep about the same amount of gap in the silicone as well, so that way it just allows for a little bit more flex. But I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do. I normally will just kind of mark these with a Sharpie and match them up on the bench, but I think I'm gonna use some Kapton tape, and then I can cut a chunk out, weld, or tack weld, cut the other chunk on the other side, tack weld. So we'll see how that's gonna work out, but I think it'll work pretty good. So this, I think I'm gonna start doing from now on. Keeps it nice tight, keeps the angle, keeps everything butt up. All I gotta do now is just cut a chunk out, so that way the tape holds the rest, get a tack on. And this is the Kapton tape. This stuff works awesome. I use it for just about everything when it comes to stainless, headers, all that kind of stuff. It helps good. Or keep the joints all tight, sealed up, so you're not losing a bunch of argon while you're pack purging. And clearly it works for aluminum as well, just to get tube fit up, so that way everything stays together as you're putting it on and off the motor or car or whichever. But little tidbit, Kapton tape, good stuff to have. Just like that, cut a little chunk out. Now I can actually get a tack on there and not have to worry about it moving on me. This is working out pretty good. This is how she's gonna look one side done. I wasn't thinking, I can't fully fit up to this side, but the other parts that are cut, they do fit. So we're gonna go ahead and make the other side now, and then figure out where this big dog's going. Maybe somewhere kind of tucked in here. Just kind of clean up the look a little bit. Yeah, it's coming together. That looks good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just finish up wastegate dumps as well as downpipes. They're gonna be super simple. Just come straight off with it. That way, at least this thing can go in the engine dyno, and then once it's actually in the customer's car, we can finish the rest, or they can finish it, whichever. But at least we can have something so this can go on the dyno and get some numbers down. So this is kind of the first one. I'm just gonna cut exact same tube. We're gonna come straight off for the downpipe, get some O2 mugs in there, and it's good to go. Here it is, everything's all finished up. This thing's on its way to the dyno now. Just simple downpipes and exits for the wastegates. So that way we can just get on the dyno, and then once it's in the car, we can figure out how to fit the rest on that there. But God, it looks so good. Well, that's it. Charge pipe's done. This thing's ready to go. We've got all of our Hoodrat X-Hustler turbo manifolds on this thing. This motor's absolutely insane. Can't wait to see it on the dyno and then eventually in the car. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned. comment if you have any questions, and make sure to subscribe. Thanks again.